Okay, YouTube fan, what we're going to do now is, since I already cut the scions, I'm going to show you how to store them. I'm not sure about that camera angle though. Let me double check that. There we go. That should do it. So as I said, I filled up the box of scions. I got 4-gallon Ziploc bags here, and now I'm going to place them in the Ziploc bags for storage. And these will store for probably 3 months. I think you'd be safe with. So what you want to do is, and these are our moistened paper towels, and they're just moistened, they're not wet. You know, you want to, I try to do these in sets of 10, but I have more than that. So we have 10 right there. And you just lay them out on the paper towel. And you kind of want to just spread them out even. That box, as I said, is just the same size as a paper towel in a Ziploc bag. And then just fold them up. You're just trying to keep them from drying out in the refrigerator for storage. The good thing is they haven't started to sprout yet, because I'm real early in the season, and so that, you know, that should be good. Now they're just a little bit moist. Just flip them, the paper towel on the end, and then just place them into the Ziploc bag. See, it's perfect size. They'll keep good in there for about 3 months. Alright, grab another 10, and you can see how nice these are. These are nice straight. You can see the wood on there. One of the things that you can do with the scions, if you're doing rooting, aside from just packing them up for storage for grafting, is you can take a container, like one of those big jugs of like fruit juicy juice, and you can, you know, make sure you wash it out. You want to put about this much worth of water in the bottom of it, and you want to stick these in there and tighten the lid down. And after a while, you want to kind of cover it with a bag, because you don't want direct sunlight on it, it'll dry it out. But after a while, what you'll start to see is it'll get like little white dots all over it. It might take about 2 weeks for that. And then every now and then you'll see the containers start to shrink in. That means that they're actually alive and they're using the oxygen. Unscrew it about every couple days and then screw it back on, so it gives them some breathing room. Once you take them out of the container, they got all the white dots on them, you can dip the ends in root tone or honey. Some people use honey. I use the root tone. And then you can put them in another, like a glass container, and put a plastic clear bag over them. And don't tape it tight. Leave one little hole in there, because you don't want them in direct sunlight, and they'll take root for you. It's a pretty easy process. So here we are again, back to storing. And we're just going to roll these up. Again, this is a moist paper towel, not a wet paper towel. And as I said, they'll keep for probably 3 months in the refrigerator. So I'm just going to, you know, grab them in, you know, pretty close sets to 10. And here's the size of them. There's some very nice straight scions in here. These were really nice ones. Some of the ones that you order, like off of eBay, or, you know, some of that, sometimes they're not the best. Although I think people just try, but they just fall a little bit short. And I've probably got 100 of them here that I did up. Maybe not quite 100, but close to 100. Because there's 40 of them right there, and I just went through half the box. This is the perfect length. You can see the box. You know, that's why I have this box. That's the perfect size for the scions. I've been doing this for quite a while. So you just fold them up in the moist paper towel, put them in the Ziploc bags. You can get, 4 or 5 packs in there, like I did right here. And what I'll do is I'll take the air out of it. I don't really want a lot of air in there. And here's the important thing. If you're collecting scions and you have more than one kind of tree, you definitely want to label what they are. So this is today's date. It's March 10th, and I have dwarf yellow delicious apple trees. And I'm just going to tape the label right over top of the Ziploc bag, so I know what those are. And there it is. So we probably have 50 of them right in there. And I have another 50 to go, because remember I said I have M27 rootstocks out there. I have nice, one of my other videos kind of highlights my fruit tree garden out there. And I already have them planted and everything. They have a real nice root structure. And the grafts that I tried to do last year with my grafting tool, I don't know whether I did it too late. I kind of think it might have been what it was, or too early. I don't think so. But, not one of them took the grafts, but the trees grew. So I have to go in there and start all over again. I would have liked to have had those grafts take. Another thing that you can do is, if you have an existing tree, you can actually take these and do a slip graft. You just take the bark of the tree, slice it, open it up, and then just sharply make this into a point, and make sure that the cadmium, which is the little living edge, as you look at this, if you look at this in the tree rings, you can see that the cadmium is clearly evident. It's a real thin layer. That's the living layer. That's what you want to make touch with whatever you're grafting. And there's many grafting techniques and styles of grafting. I'm not going to go into those right now. This, I just wanted to show you that the box that I'm using is perfect for the scions. They're probably not quite a foot, maybe 11 inches, something like that, real close. And these are nice scions. It's nice wood. You can see the pigmentation of the wood. It's not woody. And that's why you want the last year's growth. And I have plenty more scions down there, and I have to go down there and finish pruning up those trees down there so they can start to bear some fruit again. I let them get overgrown there. That was unfortunate, but sometimes things happen. All right, well, this is another short video. I hope you find it useful. Remember the key terms. This is a scion. This is the thing that determines what kind of fruit. The rootstock is what determines the size of the tree. The cadmium is the living layer that is on the scion that you want to have match up with your graft. And you can take these, put them in a sealed container with about 2 inches of water in the bottom. Just drop them right in there. Those jugs that, I don't want to name the brand, but the jugs that, like Fruit and Juicy jugs or whatever they are, they work perfect. You just drop them in there, turn the lid on them, stick them in non-direct sunlight, and leave them in there for about 2 weeks. You'll start to see very pronounced these white dots. It's kind of like telling you, hey, I'm ready to root. You dip them in some root tone, put them in some loose soil, cover them with a plastic bag so they don't dry out, leave them in non-direct sunlight, and they'll root for you. You'll have an 85% success rate. All right, another video here, meaningful how-to. I hope you learned from it. I learn every year. I learn something new, and I've been doing this for a long time. I own the same piece of property for more than 35 years. All right, gardening with Vincenzo. We can save this planet 1 yard at a time, beginning with your own. You are what you eat, and fresh is always best. Make sure you look at my picnic table video. Like and subscribe YouTube. We can make a difference. All right, thanks for joining me.